Hello, and welcome to the Dokkan battle video. So in this video, we're going to be going over the NAMEKIAN team, because with the appearance of Physical Piccolo's EZA, we now have pretty much probably going to be the only NAMEKIAN leader for a very long time. I was really thinking that Piccolo Jr. was going to be a NAMEKIAN leader, but he didn't end up being one. So instead, we're going to be using a 4-key 170% lead now with Physical Piccolo here. And now, I'm pretty sure that's the best we can get. If we do one of the other leader skills, we'll be able to get some of the characters on more of like a 200% kind of deal. But for the moment, we really can only work with this. Now, I have built a mini NAMEKIAN team here, which is a lot of the either the newer characters or the characters that I still think are very good. Like if we take a look at the team itself, there definitely is some holes in it. We did get a couple other buffs recently, mainly the EZA for the World Tournament LR Piccolo, who I think is very solid. I think he's really good. However, he needs a Gohan to be at his max potential, and of course, since this is a NAMEKIAN team, there's no Gohan. And there's also this guy who's really strong. The only thing about him is that I think he functions more with like sworn enemy characters, and we're not really running a whole lot of those today, so I'm not going to be really focusing on. Also, I do have his full paths unlocked. I just haven't, or at least I thought I did. I just haven't really given him much of anything. Anyway, this is kind of like the setup we're running here. I can definitely see us getting buffs to this team very soon. Mainly, I think a Piccolo, like Truth really thinks that Piccolo Jr. is coming, like just straight up standalone Piccolo Jr., which I think is possible because it'll allow us to link up well with the Dokkan Fest that we literally just got. It would be this guy whose name is just straight up Piccolo Jr., so that way he would actually be able to link up with Piccolo Jr. Giant is what we have. Then there's also the idea that I think is possible, which is Demon King Piccolo and his kids. So that means like drum, tambourine, all them. To make that work. I don't have any of those SSRs or R characters in order to actually like show them off here, but like, ah, look, there they are. Also, I don't even know if they're considered NAMEKIANs. I do think that they are, though. I could definitely see us getting a new Kami soon. That would be really strong, like some sort of like better Kami, or even like a Lord Slug in the future. Now, I don't know if it would be Lord Slug Giant or just like Lord Slug or Lord Slug Old or something like that. Something to make it differentiated from the original Lord Slugs. I'm pretty sure this guy is like Lord Slug, and then there's the other one which has a different name. Like there's like Lord Slug Youth and Lord Slug Old. I think we can get like a similar unit to this one, but with Lord Slug. And it's definitely possible. Anyway, let's just hop into this like generic red zone stage and really just see what happens. I expect us to do pretty well. A lot of the NAMEKIAN characters, mainly Orange Piccolo, Physical Piccolo, STR Piccolo, and then Piccolo Jr. are kind of crazy. The only way we really die here is if like Demon King Piccolo or the STR Cooler movie Piccolo dies. By that I mean like the Metal Cooler movie Piccolo. I do have intros on, so we're gonna be able to watch all of them here. So I'll shut up while that plays. All right, so I actually do have my rotations set up in a way that will make this work really well. Wait, they don't link up at all? Well, I guess they're gonna have legendary power after I get orbs. But the main problem is just gonna be making sure that Demon King Piccolo is gonna be fine here. I believe his passive specifically requires him to get a bunch of tech orbs in order to get his damage reduction. He also does get a bunch of stats whenever he's hit and stuff like that, so he will get, or not when he gets hit, but like after he does his attacks, he'll get more defense and stuff like that. But what we're really relying on in this fight is this guy and Orange Piccolo and then Physical Piccolo, because like those three are absolutely insane. I adore these units. I think that they did a crazy good job with them. Like, I don't know who I think is the #1 TUR in the game at the moment. Do I think it could be either Piccolo Jr. or Goku? Yeah, I just don't have Goku, so I can't really make that decision for myself. From what I've seen of Goku, though, post revive, he has guard, a million defense. He's launching out multiple 12 million super attacks, which I mean, the same thing can be said with this guy, except he doesn't have guard. So you're just in a situation where these units are just insanely strong. And then you gotta also keep in mind that like Piccolo Jr. is like the best World Tournament character in the game, the best. Oh, this is like the worst case scenario, or just Piccolo's. He's like the best World Tournament character in the game. He's the best super battle unit in the entire game because he literally just can pop his active skill immediately and completely wipe out the entire field for free. And that's an animation that you can skip. So being able to just be like, nope, I don't want to watch that, I'm skipping it entirely, is just amazing. And then you got Physical Piccolo here, who always has a scouter up. He's stacking defense constantly. When he transforms, he has damage reduction, he's doing massive attack, he's critting, he's doing all this crazy stuff. This team just ends up flowing really, really well because you're practically invincible. The only problem, again, is the fact that you're running so many characters who just have the name Piccolo. I do really feel like they should amend that, give us like different named versions of this, because like I don't think a lot of them should just be named Piccolo, is what I'm trying to say. Like, they're from different eras. Like, we need a new Piccolo fused with Nail. I think we need a new Nail card, or just EZA AGL Nail. He'd be crazy here because, again, he gets damage reduction. He stacks defense when he's with a Piccolo, so he's kind of crazy. He also guaranteed crits against a Frieza enemy. I believe it's specifically Frieza, but it might be like Wicked Bloodline, but I'm pretty sure it's specifically Frieza. And again, another amazing thing. Oh no, there's a super attack. I don't think it really matters though. Is it the first hit? I don't think it is, actually. So I'm gonna put him there anyway. I think he'll be fine, especially if he gets in that hit first. Yeah, he's fine. He shouldn't take very much damage from this. Yeah, that's fine. Plus, remember, Namekians, they heal. A very big link is the Namekian link. Granted, these two, the Demon King Piccolo and then Ma Junior, they don't have Namekians. They don't got that link, so they can't be healing off of that. But however, Orange Piccolo, the Physical Piccolo, and the two STR Piccolos both have it. So when we get on the next rotation, and then I put him in the middle, like Orange Piccolo that is, we're going to be proccing that 3 times in order to get healing. Plus the fact that STR Piccolo creates orbs, so you end up just making more sources of healing, and you end up just not really having to really worry about too much. And if we do get into any danger, there's also the potential to pop multiple giant forms on this team to be completely fine against most things. Like, again, it gives you a free couple turns of like damage where you can't take any damage. Plus, when you come out of them, you're also unable to be like really attacked by pretty much anything. They can't do any special attacks. Basically, they can't super, they can't AoE, they can't do any of that after you come out of the giant form. I don't know if that's intended. I don't think it is. If I would place my money on it, I would say it's not intended. But it really doesn't matter too much because we're like fine. This Physical Piccolo has supered 4 times, I'm pretty sure, so he should be completely fine after getting the super in. Yeah, he's okay. And you just kind of keep moving like this, and we're just gonna be cooking. Like, the main things I would want to see from this team is, again, amending the Piccolo name scheme where every single Piccolo is just named Piccolo, and like, it's kind of lame. I want a standalone Orange Piccolo. That would be fire. I could definitely see us getting a superhero Piccolo that goes from like regular Piccolo to potentially awakened to orange. That is definitely a thing I could see happening in the future and would be cool, for sure. What else can we get? Lord Slug, just a new Lord Slug in general. Again, new Nail. I think we can get a support unit Guru, or like a Guru and Nail. I think they could rehash LR Piccolo and make a Piccolo exchange and a Gohan. That way we can use the LR Piccolo that we already have from that moment alongside him on a Namekian team. That would be fire. I would love that, personally. Oh, okay, see, perfect situation here. Oh no, she's super attacking in slot 1. If only we had a type advantage character who would be able to eat that for free. Oh, wait. We do. massive, massive things about Physical Piccolo with that Scouter. He's just cracked. Eventually, I might change up my rotations here and make it so that I have the Physical Piccolos on one rotation and then STR Piccolo and Orange Piccolo on the other. That way we kind of like feel a little bit more safer in terms of our damage and our defensive abilities. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm probably gonna wait until we get roughly about... Actually, I think I might do it on the STR phase. Like, that would make a lot of sense. My Physical Piccolo, by the way, is Rainbow Full Link level 10. I gave him, I believe he has 25 additional, some crit, and some dodge. Not a whole lot of stats, but, like, he'll be fine. Because, like, what I really want out of this Piccolo is mainly for him to just tank. He doesn't need to do anything else besides build up, not get hit by a super attack, and kind of cook like that. So he doesn't really need to be doing all monster damage, because like Orange Piccolo does more than enough damage. Piccolo Jr. does insane amounts of damage. We're gonna get the transformation here. I'm just gonna give him his damage reduction. Yeah, I believe he gives him 60% damage reduction for a few turns, so he should be fine as well. I am a little worried about STR Piccolo here. He could potentially get cooked up a little bit if he gets supered. But he's gonna get, what, 7 orbs? Yeah, he should be fine. Plus we're full HP. That's another thing though. We have 2 LRs and like 2 easy ATU, like 3 easy ATORs technically. And then a Dokkan Fest that just came out. And we're under 600k HP. Granted, this is a double 170, so do keep that in mind. But I do feel like we should definitely be higher. I would definitely like to see better Namekian LRs come to the game. Like, if the LR is either Piccolo Jr. or Demon King Piccolo with his kids, one, the Demon King Piccolo with his kids has to be on this team for it to function well. And two, they have to have good stats. Like, if their like actual raw base stats are really low, it's not going to be very good for this team. Plus, I need them to work well with it, or at least Piccolo Jr. That way we can run them as a rotation. So there's definitely a lot of things that we need to get before Namekians is actually anywhere close to good. This team has been in a rough spot in the game for a while. When it did initially come out, though, it was pretty good, because it was pretty much just Physical Piccolo the carry with AGL Nail. Like, they would do everything themselves and have pretty much no problems with any content in the entire game. As long as it was long enough for them to stack up, since the rest of the team didn't really do any damage, they would be so strong when you got to the final fights of stuff that they would have like millions of defense with like pretty okay attack stats for the time. So, and like the only way you really died was if any of the other characters got super attacked, which is technically what we're doing right now with the Piccolos here. But 10 million, like, he's just crazy, man. I've been absolutely loving the celebration so far. Besides my banner luck, it's been amazing. I can't really find any place to complain about any of this. Like, Piccolo's crazy. Piccolo Jr.'s crazy. Goku's crazy. The banner unit, Krillin and Tien, are both really, really good. We didn't get any free-to-play cards besides the really trash what is it? Mercenary Tao, the Cyborg Tao. Like, he's awful, but it's a Super Strike. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot out of that anyway. There's only a few Super Strikes that I even consider like remotely useful or good in the slightest, being like 16 is okay. Like, I think, yeah, in 16 is fine. You can get some use out of King Cold and Mecha Frieza. Is there any like actually one that's good? I don't really think so. It would have been really good if they brought back the Junior Super Strike. That would have been amazing. I think that'd be significantly better than Mercenary Tower, to be honest. Yeah, because like Tien's fodder, Trunks' fodder. The goat, every single one of the Gotenks ones is terrible, especially and then Mighty Mask. He was the first one. He's ass. Like, a lot of them are just not very good. That's for sure. So I definitely think that they really need to step up Super Strikes, make them much more solid. But, you know, it happens. Actually, next turn we're gonna have like the double Piccolo, and it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna use active skill. It's gonna be pretty cool. We're probably just gonna end it there. Like I think we've seen enough. Like this team functions. It works. I personally am having a lot of fun running different kinds of characters nowadays, because that's I think like the main thing that Dokkan needs is just a variety. Because you know, we get in kind of like a loop here where we get a bunch of the same kind of character, and it gets very, very exhausting. Like I know everybody was losing their mind when we got another Carnival LR Super Saiyan Goku followed up by a Carnival LR Goku. Like it's getting a bit much. Like they need to definitely step up the variety game, and I feel like this is a really good way to do it, getting us like Piccolo and stuff like that. So I think what we need more of is just, again, other kinds of characters. I think personally I want to see Goku Black come back. I would love a new Dokkan Fest Goku Black. He's a Int Goku Black. Let us run a new villain team with like villain Sans, where you can get like Turles on there, Broly, like that kind of character. I feel like that'd be really fun. There's also, like, I guess you technically go back to hybrid Sans to get more hybrid Sand buffs, because we haven't had a lot of those. It was pretty much just Pan and LR Ultimate Gohan, who is a bit of a flop. So actually, let's transform. Which one has higher defense when I put them like this? This one? All right, yeah, let's do that. Cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much like my thoughts on everything here. Like, there's definitely things that I think that they need to improve on with this game, especially after playing other games. Like I've made 2 Star Rail videos recently, and that game has some amazing stuff in it that I'm really a fan of. Mainly, what I think would be really good is take something that other games have in terms of being able to discard stuff and give us better stuff when we do that. Because currently we have the sell mechanic, but nobody uses sell. Like you never sell anything to the regular sell function to get Zenny. That just doesn't happen besides selling the actual Zenny statues. So what I think that we could do, right, is make it kind of similar to the Baba Shop, where currently in the Baba Shop you can trade equipment for like Baba points, but make it so that we can trade equipment for the equipment gems to get more equipment. And again, in the Honkai Star Rail, which I've been playing a lot, there's a function where if you discard a bunch of like the high tier equipment, there is also a special rarity of it that you can craft a specific one that you want for whatever you want. Granted, if you do want the specific one, you need like the rare material, which is only gotten from, I believe, like their battle pass. I haven't seen it anywhere else in the game, so maybe in Dokkan, maybe once every now and then they give us the ability to craft a special version of like an equipment. Give us the ability to craft, say, like a 5 dodge 5 additional equipment. But like to get that, you get one of those like every like few months or every like month and a half. Plus, another thing that I would really like to see, better like things that are replayable, because at the moment we just have like Red Zone and like the hard content. I want different kinds of hard content. I've been saying this for a while, and I've seen so many games implement it recently. Give us like a mini roguelike mode. I don't see why not. Like it would be fun for Dokkan. Like imagine this, right? Basically what it is you can make it like kind of like a boss rush or an event rush, something interesting. I've been hearing Red Zone Rush go around, and I think that would be fire, right? But make it so that after every time that you like clear like one of the fights in the rush, you get offered a perk. Extra key at the start of turn, extra maybe attack and defense when you have something happen, right? Make it so that the enemy becomes more like, not make it so that they're like guaranteed able to be like lowered or anything like that, but make it so that they're more likely to be debuffed or something like that. make it, give us like other stuff, give us increased crit chance, increased dodge chance. Don't like limit us this hard, so that way we can build different kinds of things to take on hard content, like kind of what like burst mode does with like the option menu. Give us that, but like specific perks that we can pick, and that will like change up the way we're playing the game. I think that would be really, really fun. Even better is if like it was like a rotating game mode where like the enemies changed weekly. I think that'd be so much fun to like do that, and like you could be able to be like, oh, here's like, pick your team, go through it. Maybe you can even pick other characters like for different battles. Like you have the option, you can either get a perk that gives you higher crit chance for the fight or for the rest of the combat, or you can switch out one of the units on your team for a different unit in your box, because they'll be better against whatever next fight it is. Like for, say for instance, you're going through it, one of the fights is like Red Zone Super 17, right? And the next fight after that is Broly or like Sin Shenron or something like that. Against Super 17, you're not going to want characters that beam super attacks. You bring a lot of characters that don't have that, but you might have a lot of dodge characters, right? Then if the next fight is Broly, you can swap out a dodge character, bring in another character that you were going to bring initially, and now boom, you're much stronger against the fight that you were already planning to go against anyway. And now you have more a variety in terms of what you're actually doing. I feel like it would allow for a lot more like thought to go into the way we're playing Dokkan, instead of it just being brainless, of just build a really strong team and hope to God that they don't 1,000,000 damage super attack you slot 1, you die, or slot 3 and you die, right? I want to see cooler mechanics in this game. Again, I've been talking about a hit card that stops your health bar from going down for a few turns. I want to see cool stuff in this game. That's what I think what we all want, and I'm hoping that we get to see some of that here. This is probably a sure and dub unless we get one shot here at the end. So yeah, I would say just let me know what you guys think could happen in the future of Dokkan, how you feel about the Namekian team currently, if you were able to get Piccolo Jr. on his banner, how you liking him. I personally love his card. I think his card art is amazing. I think his animations are fantastic. I am having such a great time recently with Dokkan. So just let me know how you guys feel about the game, like the game state at the moment, what you would change, anything you want to see coming in the future in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.